shows on home improvements have always managed to gather up fans quickly, as people just love seeing transformations that resonate with their dreams. Property Brothers on HGTV is no different, being one of the top-rated shows on the channel, featuring the twins Drew and Jonathan Scott. But along the line, something quite unexpected hit Drew, which came with more questions than answers, even for the twins themselves. So, what really happened to Drew Scott from Property Brothers? Over the years, fans have become used to seeing Drew and Jonathan on the screens as they cracked their goofy jokes while they went about their activities on the show. What many might not know just yet is how the brothers managed to get to the point that they're at the moment. A peek into their early life would surely help with that. Drew Scott's story starts alongside his identical twin brother Jonathan in Vancouver, Canada, in 1978, where they were born to the couple Jim and Joan Scott, who were major influencing factors in picking their later line of work. Growing up, entertainment was always in the picture. Their father worked as both an actor and stuntman in the movie industry till he retired to focus on other things like his family. So, the road was paved for the brothers, having a mentor by their side. It didn't initially appear like the brothers were going to start anything in real estate. Their story was kind of unique, one might think. For all we know, they started their entrepreneurial venture as early as the age of 8. Their father had encouraged them to find something to do when they were 7 and would often pay them for doing certain major tasks around the house. So, at 8, the brothers started making nylon-wrapped hangers, which they had sold door to door until they made their first big break, with one of their then customers placing a bulk order for their product. From then onwards, a fire was sparked within the brothers, which would birth one of the most amazing shows in the history of HGTV, growth and later career. Long before the appearance on the television show Property Brothers, Drew had been committed to doing great things, starting with taking up roles in various theatrical performances while in high school and even training as party clowns, which was a major stream of income for them at the time. Drew originally tried pursuing a career in basketball, but he sustained injuries that made him have second thoughts on the matter. Little did he know that he was made for so much more. Drew, alongside his twin, then focused their energy on developing their father's first career as an entertainer. So, as a teenager, we saw Drew take part in some movie productions like the superhero movie Smallville, where he played as a double for Tom Welling. And that wasn't the only movie that he featured in. He also made appearances in Breaker High and Madison. Drew had to take a break from acting when he and his other brother started their university education at the University of Calgary. Along the line, however, they realized that they had to make a living while in school, and so they turned their eyes to real estate, where they took out a lease for a building that they fixed up and rented out to other students. This was the beginning of a long journey. They soon started fixing up other buildings and selling them out for profit, leading Drew to even get a real estate license for himself after they had some unpleasant experiences with the realtors that they worked with. This soon developed to become Scott Real Estate Company. Around 2006, Drew realized that they had originally started a career in real estate merely as a way to get by and have enough funds to start what they actually loved, which was having a career in the entertainment industry. So he left Jonathan in charge of running the real estate company and moved to Vancouver, where he started taking classes in acting. While at it, he started building the necessary network that he needed to succeed in the field. But as it turned out, he soon ran into debt and had to do something quickly to salvage the situation. Consequently, he started an extension of the Scott Real Estate Company right there in Vancouver, and that became another success story for the brothers. They quickly proved to be a formidable team, with Drew's outgoing personality and negotiation skills complementing Jonathan's design expertise. Their success wasn't just about selling houses. They were passionate about helping people find their dream homes. But Drew was still very much bent on achieving life on television, which had even led them to establish a production company back in 2002 along with their older brother JD. They co-founded a film production company called Davidian Production Group. Meanwhile, back in Calgary, Jonathan continued running their real estate business. Drew later saw the potential for a reality TV show that combined their renovation expertise with his charm and real estate knowledge. Together, they pitched their idea for a show, now called Property Brothers, to HGTV. The producers of the show were Cineflix and wanted a show titled Realtor Idol originally, which would have followed the American Idol format, but due to some variables, the show didn't see the light of day. So, the producers started looking towards something with a more homely feel, birthing the idea for My Dream Home, where Drew was to be paired with another female cast to carry on with the show. But along the line, Drew brought to their attention that he had a brother, Jonathan, who had a background in construction and had been on the journey with him. Luckily, they bought the idea, and the show got named Property Brothers, marking the beginning of a beautiful adventure that has kept fans glued to their screens over the years. Thankfully, HGTV saw the magic in their concept and took up the show. The show premiered in 2011, and it was an instant hit. Property Brothers followed the twins as they helped families purchase fixer-upper houses, renovate them within a tight budget and time frame, and ultimately transform them into dream homes. Drew's role was crucial. He used his real estate know-how to find the perfect properties that fit the family's needs and budgets. His negotiation skills came in handy as he secured the best deals for his clients. But Drew's true strength was his ability to connect with the families. He understood their anxieties and dreams, making the renovation process less stressful and more enjoyable. The show wasn't merely about rebuilding old homes and making them look better. The main hook of the show was the story that they told with it, which bordered solidly around bringing the dreams of the people they transformed their homes to life. Truth be told, the show's format was generally engaging. We saw the initial excitement of finding a house, the challenges of demolition and renovation, and finally, the heartwarming reveal of the finished dream home. It wasn't just about design. There was a strong emotional element that resonated with viewers. And just like that, Drew was able to realize his lifelong dream to make a life on the screen. Though not in the line he might have wanted, he still had something that was very much as fulfilling. The career in real estate, originally thought out to be a means to hold things together while they went after their dreams, became intertwined with that dream. The original show became really successful and was soon a parent show for some other spin-offs. But the story was soon to meet a bump on the way, which came as a shock to people who had become used to seeing the brothers together on the show. But before we get into that, let's look at the success Property Brothers has recorded over the years. The success of the original Property Brothers led to a whole empire of shows featuring the twins. Spin-offs like Property Brothers, Forever Home, which focused on helping families renovate their existing homes to better suit their evolving needs, and Brother vs. Brother, pitted the twins against each other in friendly competition as they renovated separate properties within a set budget and time frame, became a thing, each with its unique allure that kept fans coming for more. Drew and his brother even branched out into helping celebrities with their home renovations in Celebrity IOU, another genius move that made the show a huge success. Not only were the brothers working on the show, but they managed to incorporate some other well-known figures into the show through this spin-off. Something about seeing A-listers get their hands dirty alongside the Property Brothers added a whole new layer of entertainment to the mix. Their production company, Scott Brothers Entertainment, continued to churn out successful shows, solidifying their place in the world of home renovation television. The show ran successfully for 7 seasons, maintaining the same momentum that it had started with while raking up more audience to the show. While at it, the 7th season of the show premiered in September of 2019, but Drew was scarce later on in the show, which led to speculations from fans. The news was that the brothers had some rifts that had made Drew leave the show, and no one knew what the issue was. But later on, in 2019, Drew came open with his struggles and admitted that he had some health challenges and the doctors were trying to find out what the problem was. And just like that, what had started off as a dream true for the brothers started looking like it was about to hit the walls. It was definitely a difficult time for the family, as Drew wasn't sure if the illness was fatal. They had to wait for further confirmation from the doctors. Challenges and health issues came as a reality check to fans that, despite the seemingly charmed life on TV, Drew faced his own challenges. The revelation in 2019 that he had been battling a mysterious illness for over a year was a call for reflection, as fans hoped that he would get better. He described experiencing flu-like symptoms gastrointestinal issues, and extreme sensitivity to heat. It was said that he was unable to engage in any strenuous activity and had to be medicated several times a day. The fear heightened as the illness took a toll on his life and work. He had to take a break from filming, and Jonathan carried the show on his shoulders for a while, but it was never going to be as interesting as having the two around on the show. Many started seeing the end of what had been an amazing journey. Just then, Drew documented his health struggles on social media, sharing his frustration and fear. The crazy thing about the whole situation was that everyone, including the Scotts, wasn't sure of what was happening. It took a long time for Drew to get a proper diagnosis. Doctors initially struggled to pinpoint the cause of his illness. There was later a discovery that Drew was suffering from mercury poisoning and chronic fatigue syndrome. With that revelation, it was clear that if actions weren't taken to remedy the situation, the result might be fatal for Drew. Luckily, through a combination of tests and treatments, he eventually recovered, but the experience left a lasting impact. Drew's health scare highlighted the importance of taking care of oneself both physically and mentally. He became an advocate for self-care and encouraged viewers to prioritize their health. His openness about his struggles resonated with fans who had faced similar challenges. Drew made a full recovery and has been able to come back fully on the show, bringing back that charm that was much needed in the show. Hopefully, we won't need to worry about the brothers that way ever again. Family life and finding love. Now, let's talk about Drew's personal life. While the show primarily focuses on helping families find their dream homes, Drew himself found love in 2010. He met Linda Phan, a venture capitalist, at a bar in Los Angeles. Drew Scott's journey isn't complete without mentioning his loving wife, Linda Phan. Unlike the world of real estate and renovation that Drew thrives in, Linda comes from a different background, but their connection proves that opposites can truly attract. It all began in 2010 in the bustling city of Los Angeles. Drew, fresh off the success of early Property Brothers filming, met Linda at a bar. Unlike many Hollywood encounters, their connection wasn't fueled by fame. They bonded over their shared love for travel and adventure. Linda, a successful venture capitalist, wasn't initially drawn to the spotlight, but she appreciated Drew's passion and zest for life. Their relationship blossomed from shared interests and a mutual respect for their careers. Drew, always the charmer, surely won Linda over with his outgoing personality, but Linda's intelligence and independent spirit kept him grounded. They built a strong foundation based on trust, support, and a shared sense of adventure. After 8 years of dating, Drew knew it was time to take the next step. In 2018, they tied the knot in a beautiful Italian wedding ceremony. The event, documented in the TLC special Drew and Linda Say I Do, was a celebration of their love, surrounded by family and friends. The special offered fans a glimpse into their private lives and the deep connection they shared. In 2022, their love story took another exciting turn with the arrival of their son Parker James Scott. Fatherhood brought a new dimension to Drew's life. He continues to juggle his busy career with his family commitments, and social media often gives us glimpses of their happy life together. Linda embraces her role as a mother while balancing her successful career. Drew and Linda are a true power couple. They are both incredibly successful in their own right, yet incredibly supportive of each other's dreams. Drew thrives in the world of entertainment and home renovation, while Linda excels in the world of finance. Their contrasting careers add another layer of interest to their relationship. Despite their busy schedules, they prioritize quality time together and openly share the joys and challenges of parenthood. Their journey inspires viewers to find love and build a strong foundation for a happy family life. With his health scare behind him, Drew is back to doing what he loves, helping families achieve their dream homes. The Property Brothers show continues to be a huge success, and they consistently churn out new and engaging content. Just late last year, HGTV announced some new shows that the brothers will bring to the screens in 2024, which will be produced by their very own Scott Brothers Entertainment. The two shows in the lineup were backed by the brothers, where the duo will be helping some other entrepreneurs find ways to make the best out of their high-stakes investments. They also have Don't Hate Your House with Property Brothers. This last one will find people who are already frustrated by the state of their homes and help them breathe life back into their homes. They also announced a fresh episode for Celebrity IOU, which promises to be a lot more engaging than the others. The first episode of Backed by the Brothers is expected to premiere on HGTV on the 5th of June, and it's coming with 10 episodes. This show is an opportunity for people who are looking to tap into the experience of the brothers in real estate. We really look forward to this. Outside their engagement on the screen, Drew and his brother Jonathan also have other interests. They're multi-talented and have managed to maintain their private lives while doing all the things that they love. Drew is also passionate about environmental sustainability. He and Jonathan incorporate sustainable practices into their renovations whenever possible. They believe that beautiful homes can also be eco-friendly. Looking ahead, Drew shows no signs of slowing down. He continues to explore new ventures within the entertainment industry.